What if Goku landed in the past? Goku is traveling through space on his way to Earth, but suddenly he runs into a wormhole. It slowly pulls him in. As Goku enters the hole, time begins to pass, but not in the normal way. It begins to transfer him backwards in time. The wormhole eventually spits him out 50 years beyond schedule. The age 699. The ship redirects Goku back to Earth, and Goku crashes in the same exact spot from the original series. A man is building his house in Mount Palju and hears a crash nearby, and leaves his post to check out the sound. The man sees a large crater in the ground, a spherical object in the center of it. He looks inside, and it's a baby. The man doesn't hesitate. He picks up the whole ship and brings it back to his house. The man opens the ship and picks the child up. "Hey son, my name's Gohan, but you can call me Dad." And from that day on, Gohan raises Goku to know him as his father. In this what if, Goku does hit his head, but not as bad as in the original series. When he wakes up from the injury, he isn't rowdy anymore, but he still remembers and knows who he is, and where he came from in general. Gohan never failed to mention to Goku that he has a great destiny, beyond what he himself knows. When Goku went into the Zaru form for the first time, Gohan quickly analyzed that the giant ape was Goku. He evaluated that Goku's weak point in his tail, and the only way to stop his monstrous pursuit is to cut it off. Gohan and Goku trained every day for years. Goku's power level will be around 140 when he becomes 11 years old, so this is about a year later, age 712. This Gohan is way more agile and stronger, since he's younger, so there's way more of a strength development between the two. Sometimes Goku occasionally trains his tail, trying to get a higher mastery on the Zaru form. Gohan is always asking Goku, does he ever want to go back to his planet? But Goku always avoids the question. One day while the two are training, they hear a sound. They follow and it turns out to be Goku's space pod. There are voices coming from the speaker. Goku is confused. He says, "This is weird. This has never happened before, Dad." "Well, it has happened one time before, son. But you were a baby." Goku yells, "It happened before? And you never decided to mention it to me?" "I never thought nothing of it. It was in the back of my mind for years." Okay. What did they say?" Gohan is about to speak, but the two are interrupted. "Yeah, her name's Gine. I've been having my eyes on her for a while." A man responds, "Bardock, you'll never get her. She's one beat, I tell you." The two start laughing, and then the sound cuts out. Goku says, Dad, that voice sounds very familiar." Gohan looks at Goku. It sounds like my father." "Father? Are you sure, Goku?" Goku nods his head. "I'm absolutely sure." Gohan picks up the spaceship. "Follow me, Goku." Goku follows Gohan and he is confused on where they're going. Anytime Goku asks where they're going, Gohan responds, "You'll see." Eventually they end up in a city. There are flashing lights, moving metal machines, and so much people. Goku has never seen this before. Gohan says, "Goku, we're almost there." A little more time passes and they finally finish their journey. Gohan drops his spaceship right in front of a small building. It has a giant sign on it that says, "Briefs Bionics." "Dad, what's Brief Bionics?" "It's a company owned by one of my, I guess you can say, old acquaintances." The two knock on the door, and a woman opens it. "Oh my gosh, is that you, Gohan? You have not aged a day." "I could say the same for you, Mrs. Briefs." Dr. Briefs walks in and asks, "What are you guys doing here?" Gohan picks up the spaceship and explains the rest. "Let me get this straight. So you're telling me you want me to rearrange the parts and make it into a bigger spaceship?" Gohan nods his head. Dr. Brief responds, "Well, of course I'll do it. I'm already in a good mood because I created something revolutionary. It's capsules that hold in objects that make them easy to travel with. I think this will make me billions. Gohan, do you hear me? Billions. Anyway, let's get to it." Dr. Brief starts working on the ship, and he says, "These parts are super advanced. It should be done by next year or so." Gohan and Goku wait patiently, roaming around West City. They find a flyer with Master Roshi's face on it. It reads, "Come and fight the world champion at the next tournament." Goku looks at it. "Dad, can I fight in the next tournament?" Gohan responds, "That's my old master. He used to train me. I actually just finished training only a month before you dropped into my life. Get it? Dropped because you fell. Okay, never mind. We need to get some training done. Goku and Gohan trained every day for a whole year. Gohan was teaching Goku how to control his weak point. Goku no longer had the problem of someone grabbing his tail. He even learned how to use it in combat. Goku's power level at this time would be around the 200 mark. I say this since in Dragon Ball, when they're training for a specific goal, they get stronger, versus when they're training casually. The two head to the tournament. Gohan is chilling because he knows there's no full moon after transforming Goku to Rosario state. When they get there, they see hundreds of contestants. Goku battles through all of them, and eventually he makes it past the preliminary rounds. He gets through the rounds fighting, beating many different opponents like Baragon, Devilman, and Bacterian, eventually leading down to him and Roshi. At this time, Roshi has no emotional ties to Goku, so he won't hold back. The two start fighting. Goku comes in strong, landing a multitude of blows. This takes Roshi aback, since he's never fought an opponent so strong and so quick. He's being put against the fence. As a last-ditch effort to save his skin, Roshi uses the Thunder Shock Surprise. This catches Goku off guard and leaves him immobile. Suddenly, Goku's eyes turn red. Gohan looks up in the sky, and there's a full moon. He internally says to himself, "But how?" Goku starts to transform. Gohan is wondering what his next move will be. He knows if he chops off Goku's tail, it'll disqualify him. He contemplates on what to do next, but suddenly, he hears, "Yes! Yes, I did it!" Gohan looks up. "Dad, do you see me? I can control the ape form!" With Goku being fully conscious in this state, he easily makes a waste of Roshi and wins the match. Gohan is proud of his son, but still confused why there's a full moon in the sky. He looks at it even harder, and it turns out to be a projection. The duo follows the beam of light and it leads them to a giant building called Capsule Corp. Gohan knocks, and surprising to them, Dr. Briefs answers the door. Gohan says, "Dr. Briefs, what is this moon projection coming from your building?" "Oh, and before you explain, can you turn it off?" Dr. Briefs turns off the projection in response. "Oh, that came from the ship. It was pretty cool, so I decided to turn it into a giant flashlight. For romantic dates, you know, with me and my new wife." Dr. Brief shows him inside, and it's a giant rocket ship. Goku runs up to the ship. He's like, "Whoa, is this my old ship? Seriously?" Dr. Brief responds, "Yep, took me a little while, but I got it all together." Gohan says, "Goku, I asked him to build your spaceship because we're going to be going to your home planet." Goku looks at Gohan and is speechless. When he's finally able to get a word out, he says, I don't know if I can do this. What if they don't like me? I wasn't raised around my people, and the only ones I ever saw were my parents, and that was briefly. What if I'm too weak? They might..." Gohan cuts Goku off. "Son, you are strong, and I'm sure they'll love you. Plus, if you do want to train on the way there, we surely can." Suddenly, out of nowhere, Roshi says, "On the way where?" Gohan explains everything. Roshi decides he wants to go too. Dr. Brief says, "One last thing, I put a gravity chamber in there. You know you don't want to be floating off into space. It goes all the way up to 300 times gravity. Sorry, and one last thing. It will take 7 months to get to the planet." The ship starts up and Dr. Brief arrives the coordinates back to where it came from. Goku, Gohan, and Master Roshi set off their journey into the unknown, wondering what they'll seek after next. That's the end of this What If. If you like what you saw, why not subscribe? And don't forget to like or comment if you haven't already. Another part of this What If is coming out soon, so turn on your post notifications to make sure you don't miss when it first releases. You already know how it is. Thank you for watching this premium content. Look at my other What Ifs if you get bored of this one. I have another part of another video coming out soon. Thanks for watching this premium content. Proud Premium out.